In this vial, a precious commodity, the Ebola vaccine, partially developed in Canada. And for those in the outbreak zone, every last drop counts. This region of Congo has buried more than 1,600 people since last year. Containing the outbreak has used up much of the world's 300,000 dose stockpile of the vaccine.
After 10 months in this outbreak, 300,000 doses is not enough anymore.
Gary Kobinger helped develop this vaccine and has been watching from afar. It's 97.5% effective against the deadly virus, but he fears there just isn't enough to quell the outbreak.
You will need to reach at least 1 million, if not 2 million, because if you start offering this vaccine to the population, you need to make sure that you have enough to cover 100% of people if 100% of the people ask for it.
But right now, 100% of the people aren't getting the shot. That's because it's being delivered primarily through a method known as ring vaccination. Ring vaccination works like this. Everyone in direct contact with the infected patient is immunized. Family, friends, caregivers, or others who've been in close proximity to the person. Then everyone who has had direct contact with those people is immunized.
And so with every new case, you have another ring, you have more people to vaccinate. And so it's clear that we need to have more vaccine. And those 300,000 doses are being used very quickly.
Trish Newport is with Doctors Without Borders. She's seen the impact the vaccine has had firsthand.
It's such a great, huge tool, and I can't imagine the outbreak if we didn't have it. So it's scary to think about what happens if we run out of it.
And that's possible. Roughly half has been used in the last year. Problematic because every batch of the vaccine takes a year to make. Late this afternoon, Merck, the pharmaceutical company that makes the vaccine, confirmed to CBC News it is nearly tripling its Ebola vaccine stockpile, 850,000 doses within 18 months. Not the 1 to 2 million doses Kobinger would like to see, but for those on the ground, welcome ammunition just the same.
Okay, so Katie, clearly supply of the vaccine, I mean, that's one of the big issues here. But another issue is mistrust.
That's right. This is a region that has seen a lot of violence, massacres. It already has a deep-seated distrust of its own government, let alone foreigners coming in with hazmat suits. And that means people are also reluctant to report if they have come into contact with the virus. Case in point, a woman who traveled 460 kilometers from her home village before becoming ill near the Ugandan border. Now, she died, but before that, she admitted that all of her children had just died from Ebola. So the scary premise here is, how can health workers possibly trace all the people that she came into contact during that trek?
Right, yeah, it's a big challenge. Okay, thanks, Katie.
You're welcome.